Wildrift patch notes for patch 5.0b. And you know what? For this video, I'm going to remove this header. It's going to be a bit better. So, stupid mic, stay in your place. Alright, so I have a lot of expectations for this patch. Let me actually tell you my expectations. I have not seen the patch notes yet, but my expectations. I'm expecting tanks to get a slight nerf. I'm saying slight, because I think Mundo and Set are going to get a slight nerf. I also think Heartsteel, the item Heartsteel, the item maybe Amaran Twin Guard. I'm expecting a lot of tank items to get a pretty big nerf as well, because it's way too broken. I'm especially expecting Heartsteel to get a nerf on ranged champions. What I'm also expecting, believe it or not, I expect AP assassins to get buffed. So Akali, Katarina, Diana, Gragas, those types of champions, I'm expecting them to get buffed because they just feel so weak right now in the current meta. And I'm also expecting ADC items to get buffed, or some ADCs to get buffed overall, because like those are weak points as well. So let's actually see what's getting changed, right? Wildrift patch notes 5.0b. Surprise, we're back 2 weeks early. We missed y'all too much. The things announced with the last patch notes will still come out as scheduled, like Talon coming on the 23rd. Oh, that's tomorrow. Oh, sick. Talon is coming tomorrow. Nice. Alright, we still have a lot more in store for you this patch, fun new events, and your regularly scheduled champion changes. Welcome to patch 5.0b. Events, I really don't care. Like, okay, if you want, pause the video, read it, I don't care. Let's take a look. So Akali, again, I'm expecting Akali to get buffed, so let's see. Akali has been a resident glass cannon assassin, but she's been a bit too fragile. She's getting buffed. I was right. Let's go. So we're making her just a little tankier so she doesn't have to perform the perfect combo to get a kill and live. She will also do more damage in the mid game where she tends to struggle. I was right. I was right. So she gets 0.7 more armor per level, which means at level 15 she's gonna get 10.5 more armor, which is actually quite significant. Like, this is quite significant. It's definitely gonna make her tankier late game against attack damage champions. So this is already a pretty big buff. Assassin's Mark, this is her passive. Okay, empowered base attack damage 20 plus 8 per level, okay, plus 60% bonus attack damage and 50% ability power. So the 20 goes to 25, so she's gonna do more damage at level 1 to, like, early game she's gonna do a lot more damage. This is quite a significant buff. She's gonna do 2 extra damage per level, so at level 15 that means 30 additional damage, which again is significant. She's gonna do the same attack damage scaling, and 5% more AP scaling. If she has, like, you know, 600 AP, 500, 5% of 500, that's another 25 damage. Wait a minute, that's actually significant. This is significant. Add to this an Infinity Orb, it's gonna turn into like 100 extra damage when the enemies know. Just from your passive. This is just the passive. Okay, you know what? Okay, this is gonna make Akali S+ tier in my opinion. I feel like they overkilled it a bit too much. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about Asol. I mean, it's quite obvious. Asol is gonna get nerfed, right? He's way too broken right now. Our favorite dragon in the mid lane has been bursting tanks way faster than he should. Yep, he's this ridiculously broken, especially in the current meta. Now he's gonna need some more Stardust to do that kind of damage. So the Cosmic Creator, which is his first ability, bonus damage of Breath of Light, instead of it being 3% of the target's maximum health every 100 Stardust, it's now going to be 2.5% of the target's health every 100 Stardust. Quite a hefty nerf, I would say. If you have 300 Stardust, you're going to do 1.5% max health less, which is huge. This is actually quite a big nerf to his first ability. His third ability, Threshold of Execution. It used to be 5% plus 2.6% for every 100 Stardust. Now it's 5% plus 2.1% for every 100 Stardust. Again, they're making his scaling a lot weaker, so he doesn't scale as hard anymore to the super late game. Singularity, that's his third ability. Damage per second is still the same flat damage, but then again, look at this, from 25% to 15%. So his third ability is going to do significantly less damage. Okay, I think this is still going to keep Asol at S tier. Not S+ tier, but S tier. Still think he will be. Let me actually put my PC up a little bit, because I cannot see properly. There we go. Yeah, I think this is good. I think they nailed the change on Asol. This is not gonna make him useless. This is not even gonna make him balanced. This is just he's still gonna be good. Mundo, very obviously, this guy's getting a nerf. Now, I don't think he's getting a massive nerf. I think he's getting a slight nerf, but let's see. The new items that have come out recently fit Dr. Mundo too well. Maybe a little too well. We're adjusting his numbers some so he's not running rampant across the rift. Okay. His second ability, the damage does less damage based on his bonus health. 2% less damage based on his bonus health, okay? His third ability, Blunt Force Trauma, I'm pretty sure that's his... Yeah, is that his third ability? Yes. So that one also does less damage based on his bonus health. Actually, I don't think... Yeah, this is a slight nerf on Mundo. I'm gonna assume they're gonna nerf the tank items as well, because these nerfs alone are not... he's still gonna be S+ tier with these nerfs. But again, I'm assuming they're nerfing the items as well. But if that's not the case, then this is a very slight nerf. Like, this is even less of a nerf than I thought they would give him, because this is really not that big. Gragas. Yeah, I think they're buffing AP Gragas. Let's see. Gragas has been needing... There we go. Wait, is that AP Gragas? Gragas has been needing a little boost in the jungle. Now he'll be able to body slam his way through the jungle and lanes alike. Drunken Rage, which is his second ability. Empowered base attack. There we go. I knew it. They're buffing it. So it has 15% more AP scaling. His body slam, 10% more AP scaling. I'm so happy. I was completely right about this patch. Only the ADCs are left and the two items. Wow, there's no way I get everything, right? I'm sorry, it's just crazy. I got it right. Like, these are the AP assassins, Akali and Gragas, and Mundo got a slight nerf. Up until now, I got it all. But okay. Explosive Casket, also getting a 10% AP buff. This is huge. He's gonna do so much more damage now. It's ridiculous. Oh my god. This is actually a big Gragas buff. This is like that same buff they did to Lee Sin. Remember, they buffed him across the board everywhere? This is the same to Gragas. They're buffing everything except his first ability. This is insanely, this is big. This is really, really big. Karma. I'm gonna guess exactly what they're changed on Karma. I'm guessing that they're gonna reduce the first ability AP scaling by 10%. That's my guess. Okay, never mind. Okay, that was maybe a bit of an overkill. Karma is a breeze in my hair on the weekend. Karma is a relaxing thought, and she's also doing too much damage early game. We're adjusting her burst damage, so there will be options for outplays as she has to kite for more damage with a lower cooldown on her shield. Inner Flame, that's... Oh, okay, so... I could have known. They're reducing the base damage of Inner Flame, and that makes a lot of sense because as a support, you're not buying a lot of AP, you're mostly buying support items, and you're more reliant on the base damage rather than the AP scaling. So I should have known. So they're not reducing the scaling as I thought, they're reducing the base damage. So this is mainly going to be a nerf to support Karma, not really that much to mid lane Karma. That is going to build a Rabadon's death cap. Okay. Yeah, so they're reducing 10 in the early game. Yeah, this one just 10, and then the empowered one they're reducing 25 in the beginning and then 20 at the end. This one's yeah. Okay, there we go. And the empowered slowdown, yeah, in the beginning is gonna slow a little less. So again, she's not gonna be as oppressive early game as anymore. But they actually reduced the cooldown of her shield. Oh my god. Wait, this is a buff. Wait. We're adjusting a burst damage so there will be options for outplays. She has to kite for more damage with a lower cooldown. Oh my god, this is a buff to Karma. I was like 100% sure she would get nerfed. But this is a buff. They're just slightly reducing the damage on her first ability. But they're reducing the third ability cooldown by 1.5 seconds on max level. That is incredible. That is insane. That is actually insane. It's a pretty big buff. Katarina, I never thought I would say this. Never ever in my life did I think I would say this, but I think Katarina is getting buffed. I think she's getting buffed. Let's take a look. We've tweaked Katarina's numbers around so she has more opportunities for outplays. Yeah, there we go. In the early to mid game, while also improving her burst damage. She has 300 more base health, so that's really good early game. Shunpu, that's her third ability. So it does damage. Plus 50% attack damage, 25% ability power. Now it just does more damage. It does more flat damage. It does not more scaling damage. It just does more damage. Okay. Okay, this is, again, really slight buff, I would say, but... yeah, okay. Lucian. Lucian is actually the only ADC I would guess that is getting a nerf. Like, I think any ADC should get buffed except for Lucian. So let's see. I think Lucian is getting a nerf. Lucian has been What? Lucian has been falling off in the mid to late game? This change should allow him to apply marks more often and trigger his passive more often, leading to smoother and more impactful gameplay. What? Lucian is getting buffed? His second ability as a they're reducing the cooldown all the way to 1.5 seconds in the late game. It also does more damage a little bit. Okay, it's not that big of a buff, but what? Lucian getting a buff? That's crazy. Wow. Renekton. I think Renekton is gonna get... I think he's getting buffed. It could be buff, but I think buff. Renekton has also not been performing the best in mid to late game. Yeah, that's true though. We're buffing his ultimate so he can leave his opportunity in the dust faster than you can see you later, alligator. Wow, just kidding. We know he's a crocodile. Bonus health of his ultimate is gonna be more in the late game. And the damage per second it does is gonna be more too. Just a little bit. His ult is just gonna be a little bit better. That's it. Samira. Again, I think Samira is getting buffed. This is the ADC buffs that I was talking about. I'm pretty sure Samira is gonna get buffed. As a marksman, Samira is underperforming. Correct. That is correct. Especially against tanks. And that is 100% correct in the current meta as well. We're tweaking her ultimate numbers some so she can make a dent in the sea of hard steals and titanic hydras. Okay. Let me see. So when she ults, she's going to be faster now. You know, she's not going to have 40% movement speed reduction. She's going to have 30% movement speed reduction. By the way, I'm also giving away 5 skins this month. And all you have to do to enter is put down a comment under this video to enter. I'm thinking about giving away skins next month as well on my second channel. By the way, subscribe to my second channel. There's going to be live gameplays every single day on the second channel. So make sure you do that. A link in the description. You can see me play the game live. And give the video a like. That supports the channel. So yeah, let's see. So she's gonna be faster during her ult. Is my mic still working, by the way? Yes. And she's gonna do more damage. Damage per shot. 5 to 15 to 25. Goes to 5 to 20 to 35. Okay, okay. That is already a buff. Like, that is already something. And it has 5% more attack damage scaling. She's gonna do a whole lot more damage because you need to remember her ult crits. So essentially you can double these bonuses because you're gonna have 100% crit in the late game. So like in the late game, you're gonna have 10 extra damage plus 5% scaling. If you have like 250 attack damage, it's like 12.5 plus 10, around like 20 to 25 damage per tick extra. And I believe she does 10 ticks of damage. So she's gonna do a total of 250 damage extra. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Which is quite significant. That sort, yeah, that is good. That's just good. It's good. Plus the movement speed, that's very, very good. Set. I don't even think I should guess what happens to Set. We all know what happens to Set, so let's take a look. Set is another one of our darlings. Sorry. Set is another one of our darlings in the Baron lane that has been absolutely dominating with the new items. He's also getting some tweaks so his opponents can keep up with his jabs. His second ability, max grid stored, 50% max health instead of 45% max health. So that's the only thing they're doing is now the maximum that you can store is 45% of your max health rather than 50% of your max health. So it's essentially going to reduce those crazy 2000 true damage attacks. It's going to reduce it to 1900 true damage because it's a 5%. Actually, it's 10%. Sorry, it's going to reduce it to 1800. It's going to be like it's going to be 10% less damage. So you're going to have 10% less potential on that big true damage attack with Set, which is fine. I think that's cool. So essentially, it's not nerfed. Only when you reach the full stacks, that's when, you know, when it's nerfed. So this is really not a big nerf, this Haymaker one. The Showstopper, that's his ultimate. Okay, here they can actually do the significant nerfs because this is a big ability. 200, 300, 400 is still the same, 2, 300, 400. The bonus attack damage is also the same, 100% bonus attack damage. Now 40, 50, 60% bonus health of the enemy goes down to 35, 45, 55% of the target. They're nerfing this because you can throw a Swain with like 7,000 HP on the enemies and one-shot all of them. So that's why they're reducing this, so it does a little bit less damage based on the enemy's bonus health. Still, it's gonna do a lot of damage. This is gonna keep set as plus tier. This is not enough of a nerf. Again, unless they're nerfing HellsDevil, this is not enough. But you know, seeing the Mundo and the set changes, these are really not that big of nerfs. I'm really assuming they're gonna nerf Titanic Hydra and HellsDevil pretty hard. Tryndamere, I actually think Tryndamere is gonna get nerfed because I think his split pushing will get nerfed. Ah, they're buffing him. Okay, I was wrong. Tryndamere has been having a hard time against other tanky Baron laners. Now he will be able to survive better in lane and deal more damage. He's gonna get more passive attack damage. Okay. Bonus, okay, so he's gonna regenerate more health too when he procs the Fury. When he has Fury and uses his first ability. Bonus health regeneration for every stack from 1 to 2.8 goes now from 1.5 to 3.3, and then the same ability bar. He's just gonna heal more, and this is actually quite significant. This is really a lot more, especially early game. Look at that, that's like 50% bonus healing, which is huge early game, just so you know. This is huge. This is absolutely huge. Huge buff. Urgot. I think Urgot is gonna get buffed. He's pretty useless. A little buff to Urgot's late game damage is just what he needs. Now he and his legs can carry you to victory easier. So Echoing Flames, which I believe is his, yeah, that's his passive. It does 50, 60, 70, 80% attack damage. Plus 2, 3, 4, 5% maximum health of the target. It does more attack damage in the late game now. So, you know, 50 to 80 goes from 50 to 95. And it scales to more maximum HP damage too. From, you know, it used to max out at 5% maximum health. Now it's 6.5% maximum health. And this all increases at level 1, 5, 9, 13, just like Camille. And the cooldown per leg is going down too. In the late game, it's only 2 seconds. Wait, that's crazy. Wow. His first ability is gonna slow... Oh, wait. Oh, this is so big. That's his second ability. It's gonna slow him less now in the late game, the second ability. And you max this ability first on Urgot anyways. So you can move around a bit better around the fight. Whoa, this is big. This is a huge buff. They're saying a little buff to Urgot, but this is an insane buff. Oh my god. This is huge. Urgot is gonna be S tier at least. I don't think S plus tier, but this is huge. Alright, gameplay changes. Obviously HellsDevil, right? But let's see. Oh, let's go. They're nerfing the Crown of the Shattered Queen. Crown of the Shattered Queen has made mages way too safe with little counterplay. Completely true. We're changing the damage reduction effect. Now players will have to exercise more decision making when it comes to their positioning during teamfights. So now you don't get 70% damage reduction for 1.5 seconds. You get 50, which is still a lot, but at least, you know, it's not 70. So, okay. Okay. Wait, that's it? Wait. HellsDevil is not getting changed. Okay. Well, I was wrong about that too. I was actually right about a lot of stuff this patch notes. Not gonna lie, that was amazing. But okay. We got Nightbringer Kayn, Dawnbringer Akshan, Dawnbringer Draven, Nightbringer Tryndamere. I'm not gonna buy any skin anyways, but I'm just showing you guys. Black Frost Renekton, Battle Academia Caitlyn, Warden Nautilus, Battle Academia Jace. And that's it. Cool. Alright. So that's gonna be it for the video. Let me know your thoughts on the patch notes. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next HellsDevil video. Bye bye.